All right, today I got a quick little job going on, but I'm gonna have a guy that's gonna be coming to help me out on this job that I think you guys are gonna want to meet. So I'm pretty excited for that. That's gonna be a little bit later. If you are part of the Handyman Journey Mastermind group on Facebook, you will probably recognize this job that I'm doing. But I'm gonna trim down this door. It's like an 8-foot tall door, solid core door. So it's gonna be pretty heavy. So I got the guy coming to help me out. One of my friends coming to help me out, pull this door down and then help me trim it up. And then I'm doing a few other things while I'm here, just a little punch list for her. This is actually an older lady from my church her husband's actually in the hospital right now. She's kind of having some hard time, so I'm helping her out today with some projects. She's actually like a real estate agent herself. She's getting out of it. They're retiring right now. But she's had a heck of a life, great story. But so we're gonna get to it right now. We're gonna be cleaning out a little, like a gutter thing above her patio real quick. And then we're gonna be doing a few other things, and then we're gonna be meeting up with my friend, and then we're gonna be going out to lunch. So I'm pretty excited for that. Maybe we could get some sweet words of wisdom from him. I think that he'll definitely have a lot to offer. So anyways, let's get to our job today. Okay, so that job did not go as planned at all. Like I told you guys before, so I'm all done with that job that I was telling you guys about before. Sorry I didn't record any of it. I did get some pictures of what I did. I'll put those in here as I'm talking. When I got there, the plan was to do a few things and then do that really heavy door, when my friend got there. But she was like really stressed out because her husband is in the hospital and she needed to go visit him, and so she was really under a lot of stress. So she wanted me to do the door first. That way I could do the inside job first, and then outside stuff I could do, and she could leave and not have to worry about it. So anyways, we were talking about the door. She's like, well, I'll just hold the door and you could cut the door. And I'm like, yeah, that's not gonna work because the door's really heavy and I need a lot of room to like cut the door. Because, we trimmed like about a ½ inch off the bottom because it was rubbing on the carpet. And so she's like, okay, well, let's do it in this little hallway. And I'm like, this hallway's not gonna work because it's like barely wider than the door. So we ended up doing it in her bedroom, like right next to her bed. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, you really want me to cut this right here in your bedroom? And she's like, yeah, I don't want you to take it outside. It's gonna take way too long. Just cut it right here. So like, I asked her like 3 times, like, and the last time right before I cut it, I'm like, are you sure? We're about to cut this thing in your bedroom. Like, there's gonna be dust everywhere. She's like, yeah, do it, we could clean it. I just need you to get out of here. So that's what I did. I went ahead and I trimmed it right there, right next to her bed. And man, it was like, it made a big mess, but we got it done. Got it trimmed, got the door put back on. She's like, oh, I'll help you out, but she couldn't really lift much. I didn't want her to lift a lot anyways. So it was a little bit of a pain, but we got it done quickly. Anyways, I got that job done. Did a few other things while I was there. So total for that job was $325 profit. I didn't bring any parts or material. She had everything. It took me about an hour and 15 minutes. So pretty good job. So now I am heading to, and so consequently, my friend didn't have to come and help me do the door because we did it earlier than he could come. So I ended up not meeting with him. So just ate some lunch. Now I'm heading across town to work for a lady that I worked for 2 days ago. We did a whole bunch of work there. So when I get to her house, I'll show you guys all the work that I did on Tuesday. I didn't record that either. So that day, it was 9/11 that day. I had a lot going on in my mind. I didn't feel like recording that day, but I will show you guys exactly what I was working on once I get there. And I'll show you guys, I'm gonna be installing a TV outside. So I'm gonna be running electrical from inside to outside and mounting the TV on the stucco wall, and then be doing a few other things. So anyways, so let's get to it. This day's not going quite as planned, but we're gonna make the best of it. So let's get to it. Okay, here I am at the house that I was working at on Tuesday, and I want to show you guys a little bit about what I did. So here's one of the jobs here. I put the side panel on this pantry here, and then on the other side of this pantry, I put the side panel on as well, and then hung these racks here, the spice racks. And then in here, I hung a few spice racks in here as well. Then I did a few other things while I was here at this house. I hung that cabinet there. It still needs to be trimmed out. So that cabinet there. And then we installed another cabinet in this bathroom. I actually just turned the power off, so you might not be able to see it, but I installed this cabinet here in there. And I just shut the power off of the house because I'm installing an outlet here on the other side of this outlet here. So here's the outlet right here that I am installing. I need to install one up here for a TV that I'm going to be mounting on the outside of the house. So we're going to get going on that project here. That's my project for the day. So I'm going to take this outlet out and then run up a new wire to the outside of the house right up there and install a new GFCI outlet there. So anyways, let's get to it. This thing's got this these push-in wiring. I don't really like the push-in wiring. Does anyone like it? I mean, I always put on the little stud there, but I don't know. There's a lot of people that do this push-in stuff. I don't really like it. Let me show you guys how I remove a box. So I already started kind of removing this, but if you have this box here, they usually put in with two nails, one on the bottom, one on the top. So I usually just stick my screwdriver or pry bar in there at the very bottom and just pry that. See that nail came out right there? And then same thing at the top. And then once you get it pried completely out, the only thing holding it are these wires. So the wires just need to come through the top of the box. Okay, got one wire. Now I just need to get the other a little tight back here. Okay, got it both. Now once you get that taken off, the box will just drop down inside, and that's the cavity that we're going to be running our wires up into. So we're just going to run our wires right up in there. Man, I had a little bit of a freak out there. When I turned all the power off to the whole house just because no one's here, and then I wanted to turn it back on. I wire nutted those wires and I wanted to turn it back on, and none of these outlets would work. So I'm like, what the heck's going on? And apparently when I turned off all the power, it tripped the sub panel breaker, so I had to turn that one back on to get everything working. But we're back in business, so let's get this thing cut up. Okay, cut through the stucco there. Now I just need to cut through the wood backing there. That's some really thin stucco. Unlike that one video that I did a while back with that dog house, or that doggy door, had really thick stucco. So that's what made it so horrible. This stuff is pretty thin, so we're getting it. Just got to switch out to my my wood blade here. Okay, we got the piece out, so now we're gonna get our box in. Okay, we're gonna get our glow rods out here. I think 2 of them should do it. That should be plenty. We're gonna get those connected and get them in the wall. See if we can't find them down below. Okay, I think we hit a fire block here. And the way you can tell is this thing just doesn't want to go down anymore. Sounds like there's a fire block somewhere about right here. Okay, so we did hit a fire block. It's about right here. About right there. We got a fire block right there. So what we're going to do is we are going to run a flexible drill up from the bottom. The reason why I'm going to go up from the bottom is because I think it will be a better. That way it's hitting against the outside of the house rather than the drywall, which it's more likely to go through this way. So by going up this way, it'll hold against that way. So we're going to get to that. Okay, here's the flexible drill bit, and this will go up in there and hopefully do what it's supposed to do. That's the plan anyways. Okay, I think I'm up there, and I think I'm hitting the fire block, so we're going to see what we can do here. Okay, we made it through. So now we're just going to attach our extension and then go up there and fish with this here. Yeah, so this goes through now. So we got that. We're just going to hook the extension to it, and hopefully we can pull that back down. All right, I feel my little tape here. I think we're too high up though. We're right there, actually. I just need to bring it out through. Okay, I see it, and I got it. Just gotta hook my wire to it. I can't pull it out of the wall, so we're just gonna hook the wire to it. Okay, here's what I ended up doing. I'm sacrificing some wire for some fish tape. I got that side of the wire hooked to the drill part. I can't pull the drill part back through the hole, just because the drill part is big. So what I'm gonna do now is come on this side. I'm gonna attach my wire over here and pull it up that way. That's my plan now. We're gonna cut the wires off. When I do this, I usually cut all the wires off except for the ground, just to make it, you know, the least amount of stuff showing as possible. And there is a little hole in the bottom of this, like threading a needle, kind of. And I'm gonna stick that through there, wrap it, and I'm also gonna tape it, because I don't want to lose this in the wall. You know, that's just. This pull is kind of the hardest pull, one of the harder pulls I've ever done. But you know, it's all about getting it done. We're going to get this job done. And it's going to be that. We're going to learn a thing or two along the way as well. So if you guys have any ideas or anything that you would have done differently in this situation, I would love to hear it. I'm definitely not an expert wire puller, but I've just kind of learned what I know from experience. So, okay, we got this hooked up there, so now we're going to pull it from the other side, and hopefully everything comes through lickety-split. Here's my main problem. This, the drill portion here is just, it's too long to fit through this hole. I got to somehow get it bent enough to fit through this hole in the stucco, because I don't want to make the hole in the stucco any bigger. Alright, victory, guys, we got it. Look at this. We got the wire up through the hole. We didn't damage the stucco hole too much. Oh man, that feels good. Whew. That was like one of the hardest wire pulls I've ever done. So, now the easy part, just put boxes up there, wire in some outlets. Holy cow. Okay, here's our outdoor outlet here. There it is. Looks pretty good. So now we just got to wire it up on the inside. Okay, got the power off again. So now we just need to get this box in and wire this one up. Okay, got it all wired up and put in, so now let's put this electrical tester in there. We'll turn the power on, and hopefully it works alright. Alright, that outlet's working. Let's take a look at our outside outlet. Okay, that outlet's working too. So that's pretty good install. Now let's get a TV mounted up here. Above all else, the owner wants this TV to be seen from every direction. So we're going to go ahead and put the mount about right there, and he'll be able to plug it in right there. If anything, when it's fully extended out that way, they may need to just run a little extension cord, but that's what we're going to do with it. Alright, got the TV hung. Man, that was one of the hardest pulls I've ever done for electrical. But let me show you guys what I did. So we got the TV mounted up here. So the TV can swivel all the way around, which this is what the client wanted, you know, for them to be able to watch from the spa, the pool, and this little outside deck area. So this will work perfect. And then I got my outlet right there. Yeah, they're not going to be able to put the TV all the way up against the wall, but this is not in a living room, so they're not necessarily going to really care. That's about as close as the TV can go. They have a cover for the TV, so it'll work out great, but I think it looks pretty good. So we got that. I had a few other things I wanted to get done today at this house, but just didn't get to it, you know. This was a good project. Okay, so some of the logistics on this job here, just running that wire and hanging the TV up there in that stucco wall was $350, which I quoted. I've been here for about 3 hours, so about on track there. So just gonna get cleaned up and gonna get out of here for the day. But that is all I got for this vlog today, guys. It didn't necessarily go as planned, but that's how some days go. You just gotta kind of make the best of it. And yeah, keep on being handy, guys. You guys have a good one.